So, check this out, people. AMC is one of the worst plays in the history of the stock market. The MOAS is one of the dumbest plays in the history of the stock market. And unfortunately, a lot of people have fallen for this nonsense by YouTubers who bought into this stock at its highest point, and now they need to be bailed out by new investors who are just coming into the AMC play and have no idea that they're being taken advantage of by these mooners, by these AMC pumpers who dump the stock once it spikes. These people are liars, they are cheaters. Lou versus Wall Street, for example, disappeared for weeks, months, and as soon as AMC went up $1.05 from $4 last week to $5.08 this week, now all of a sudden he shows up with financial, or rather stock advice. Just to give you an idea of how scummy these people are. They disappear when the stock tanks, and then when the stock begins to recover, they come back with the notion that AMC is doing well, or that AMC is a perfect stock to buy into, when in reality, this is one of the worst stocks in history to buy into. These YouTubers like Lou versus Wall Street need to bury their heads in sand, because they should be embarrassed for selling something that they had no idea what it was they were saying. They had no idea what it was they were selling the masses. And those who knew exactly what they were selling were doing it in order to take advantage of retail investors who have no idea how the market works. These are the people who you need to avoid on YouTube. These people are scammers. These people bought into AMC at its highest point and are now trying to get new investors to jump into the AMC hype so that they can be bailed out, because they bought in at its highest point and are trying to convince you to buy into this shitty stock so that they can get their money back. So they need people who they can take advantage of by continuing to claim that AMC is doing well, when anybody in their right mind, including Stevie Wonder, can see that this is one of the worst plays in the history of the stock market. AMC MOAS is a scam, and those promoting it are scammers. You have these YouTubers who, when you turn on YouTube, are saying AMC is on fire. AMC is squeezing. AMC has only gone up $1.05 since I don't know when. It's been weeks, if not months, that AMC held at $4 and change. And now, because it's gone up $1.05 in the past few days, you have these AMC mooners who had disappeared or who had given up on AMC, who are now coming back claiming that AMC is about to rip. When a stock goes up a dollar, after being at $4 and change or $3 and change for months or weeks, a dollar is not ripping. After a stock had gone up from $1.50 to $74 and then dropped to $3 and change, and then climbs to $5 and change, That's not a rip. That's not a rip. All that is a stock moving like any other stock moves throughout the day. Stocks go up and stocks go down. Do not believe the hype. Do not jump into a stock simply because these YouTubers are selling you some bullshit so that they can get bailed out because they were so stupid to ride the wave of AMC when AMC Mooners and AMC Pumpers were pumping the stock when it was at its highest point. And these people jumped into it believing that AMC was going to MOAS. And when it dropped dramatically, these people, knowing that the only chance in hell they have to gain their money back is to get new investors to jump into this bullshit so that they can get their money. And these are the YouTubers that you need to avoid. These people are liars and they are cheaters. You have one guy who just came onto the scene a few months ago, George Donahue. This guy is a liar. This guy is a cheater. Anyone that opens with "I am not a financial advisor" and then goes on to tell you to jump into a stock, that this stock is going to MOAS, that this stock is doing well, they are lying to you. When they say to you that they're doing this for entertainment purposes only, that is just simply so that they can cover their ass when you lose your assets, when you lose your money, when you lose your house, when you lose your pensions, when you lose your 401ks. These people are liars. Do not listen to them. You have George Donahue. You have Boss Blunts, who has thousands of subscribers, who is one of the people promoting this bullshit about this stock that is going to MOAS, because he, like the other idiots, bought AMC at one of its highest points and refused to sell because he was too greedy to sell at a profit. So you have Boss Blunts, you have Tony DeNaro. This is another liar who has been pumping AMC from the beginning. They continue to promote it. They continue to speak highly of the stock. Every time the stock goes up 2 pennies, they start celebrating, claiming that AMC is doing well. You have the common sense investor who had people who he knew personally or people who he convinced to buy into the stock, and when the stock dropped and these people lost their money, he made excuses as to why they lost their money, when in reality these people were promoting it and telling others to jump into it when they had no idea that the CEO and other YouTubers were pumping this stock up to take advantage of retail investors. You have the Massalorian, who's been pumping AMC for the past 2 years. You have Finance News, okay? One of the filthiest, dirtiest pieces of shit on YouTube. Every time AMC climbs 2 pennies, you see them coming out with something new about AMC about to MOAS. These people are liars. They are cheaters. Do not follow Finance News when it comes to stocks or anything else for that matter. You have Scavenger Stonks. This piece of shit is a newcomer. He continues to claim that he is buying AMC and holding AMC. He is one of the people who bought AMC at its highest and needs to be bailed out, just like the other YouTubers who were idiots. He is now trying to get new investors into this bullshit so that he himself can be bailed out. You have New York Angelo, who is another pumper of AMC and a clickbaiter. He uses clickbait to get you to click onto his channel so that he can promote this piece of shit stock so that you can bail him out also. You have Phil For Real, who has no idea what it is he's talking about. He's one of the few people who I feel sorry for because he's not an investor and he has no idea what it is he's talking about. All he does is give you hypothetical stories, analogies that make no sense as far as the market is concerned. Do not listen to these people. You have Al from Boston, who claims that he has a PhD and has been pumping AMC for the past 2 years, and he's lost all his money, caused others to lose their money, and continue to cause new investors to come into this AMC bullshit so that they too can lose their money. These people are simply trying to be bailed out. You have Moneymaker Avi Lev. I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. Moneymaker. He's another piece of shit. Okay? These people smile. They look great. They look like people that you could hang out with. They look cool, right, when you see them. And they look like people that you can trust. But when a stock climbs from $3.99 to $5.05, and then he makes a video claiming that AMC is on fire, I'm fired. Because it climbed $1.05 and it's been holding at $5 for the past 2 days. He claims that the stock is on fire. You know how many stocks climb $1 from $4 every fucking day? And nobody claims that they're on fire, but all of a sudden AMC goes up $1.05 and it's on fire. AMC ain't on fire. AMC is simply burning, and it's burning everybody's money. This guy, Moneymaker, Avi or Avi Lev, do not follow this piece of shit. He's simply a clickbaiter, and he is going to cause you to lose your money. And then you have Investing with R2. This is another piece of shit who goes on all excited, pumping you up with his, oh yeah, and all this and that and all this bullshit, trying to get you hyped up and gassed up so you can buy into a stock that will eventually continue to tank and you will lose your money. Then you have the creative investor, another scumbag. You have lottery stocks. Commander 35, who was pumping AMC and probably feels like a fucking idiot right now when he finally realized that he was wrong, just like these other idiots who have no idea what it is they're talking about and were able to get other idiots to follow them and lose their money also. Then you have owning the flow. This is another lowlife who is trying to get you to jump into the stock so that he can be bailed out because he was stupid enough to buy AMC at one of its highest points. You have Jackson Hunter, another guy who's trying to get you to buy into this piece of shit stock. One of the people who I find most disgusting on YouTube is this guy named Rico, who has disappeared and hasn't posted anything in the past month or so because he feels so stupid when AMC reached the $3 mark and held there for a few days, if not weeks. I bet you $20 that now that AMC has jumped $1.05, he's gonna come out of the woodwork claiming that AMC is about to rip. You have Thomas James, another YouTuber claiming that AMC is going to rip. You have Keenan Grace, another guy who goes up there pumping you up, gassing you up about stocks, including AMC, as if though this stock was about to rip simply because it goes up a few pennies. These YouTubers are liars. These YouTubers are scammers. They are simply doing this for the ad revenue. These people get paid They know that anyone who pumps up AMC gets the views and get the subscribers. They know that when they get enough subscribers and enough views, they will get the ad revenue. They continue to get the ad revenue, and so they continue to pump AMC because they know that anyone who pumps AMC simply gets the views. And anyone who speaks the truth about AMC or who speaks negatively about AMC simply don't get any views because people do not want to hear the truth. And these YouTubers want to tell you that people like me want to discourage you and unmotivate you when the market does not work by motivation, encouragement, or discouragement. That is irrelevant to the market. The market doesn't give a fuck about how you feel. If you don't train yourself, these YouTubers will continue to take your money and you will lose everything that you have. When 8 merges with AMC, the only ones that are gonna make a profit are those that buy into AMC now, who don't own 8. And when 8 merges with AMC, the stock will climb. And those who buy into AMC at a later point, who don't own 8, will be the only ones to benefit. And those who own both 8 and AMC will not benefit because they will not see a spike in their stock price. And their numbers will continue to remain the same. Also, if you notice, Lou versus Wall Street had disappeared and no one saw him. But as soon as AMC went up a few pennies, he came out of the woodworks to get involved and put his 2 cents in so that he can ride the wave all over again. And I'm not mad at him because those who follow him are the stupid ones for supporting him. These people should have known, if they have the experience, they should know or should have known what I know. And I've only been doing this for 3 months. You have Al from Boston who claims to have a PhD and who's a doctor or has a doctorate because he did so much time in college that he knows what he's talking about. My question to you, Al from Boston, how you feeling? I bet you feeling right now mighty low. People like him led AMC investors to the grave, to the wrong path. Lou versus Wall Street said he worked on Wall Street. He says that he gets his information from the streets. He said he went to school with Elon Musk, and look at where AMC is. He's one of those people who claimed and guaranteed a MOAS. None of these people knew what they were talking about. None of them. What they were telling you is mathematically impossible. Mathematically impossible. Everything they claimed about AMC and the stock going to 1,000, 10,000 a share simply because of the float and all this nonsense and all this bullshit. And thinking that because Adam Aron is going to produce or come out with a new credit card and popcorn, and that this is going to bail them out after them being in debt for over 10 years in the billions. Bro, a credit card is not going to bail them out. Popcorn isn't going to bail them out. Ain't nobody going to buy or eat that much fucking popcorn. And don't nobody give a fuck about an AMC credit card when there are more reputable credit cards out there who are not going to leave them hanging in the end. And that is not how the stock market works. Just because a company develops new ways and new systems to bring in new investors is not going to cause a squeeze or a MOAS. nor is it going to bail them out. AMC is never going to make enough to pay off their debt. The only way that's going to happen is if Adam Aaron continues to sell his shares and fuck over the retail investors and the apes. Now, if these people like Lou versus Wall Street and Al from Boston have been doing this for so long, how come they didn't see this coming? How come they didn't know this and I knew it, and I've only been doing this for about 3 years and I'm self-taught? How is it they didn't know this or see it coming? You know why? Because they were lying to you. Because they knew what they were telling you. They knew what they were saying. They knew what they were telling the retail investor about a stock that they claimed was going to MOAS, because they were ready to sell at its highest point, the way Lou versus Wall Street did. And if Al from Boston held because he believed AMC was going to MOAS, then he's a fucking idiot, just like the rest of these YouTubers who bought at its highest point and held and not sold at a profit. So, for those people who want to invest, for those people who are newcomers into the market, for those people who want to learn, do not follow these YouTubers. Anyone who claims that AMC is doing well, like Scavenger Stunts, this piece of shit, how he praises AMC and claims, and it's actually telling people, don't worry, everything is going to be all right. AMC is going to squeeze. That's not how the market works. Telling people that everything is going to be all right is not a fact. Telling people that everything is going to be all right doesn't make things any better. That's not how the market works. Nothing's going to be all right. Do not follow these pieces of shit. These are low lives, and they simply want you and people like us to bail them out. Keep an eye out for these people. Avoid them any way you can, any chance you can. Make it so that they lose their subscribers. Make it so that they lose their ad revenue, and that these people can leave just like the other AMC mooners who stopped pumping AMC and who left the AMC scene because they felt stupid and embarrassed after getting their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, their fathers, and their family members to buy into a stock that cost them half, if not 90% of their life savings. People, the market does not work by hope or because people are telling you that it's going to squeeze. Most of the people who got into this MOAS nonsense and the squeeze already bailed out. Most of the people who were holding on to AMC already sold at a loss because they refused to hold on to this failing company, this failing stock. Do not jump into the hype. Just because AMC went up $1.05 does not mean that it's going to MOAS. If you did not buy the stock at $4, $5 today doesn't mean a fucking thing. $5 today doesn't mean anything to anyone who bought into this stock at $70. If you bought into the stock at 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, just because the stock went up $1 does not mean that it's MOASing. The only ones making a profit are those who are trading it today and those who are going to sell it after jumping in at 3 and change and selling it at 5. You have to grow up, people. You have to stop allowing these people to manipulate you. You have to stop allowing these people to take your money. They are cheating you. Do not follow these YouTubers. Put your money into stocks that pay dividends. Put your money into stocks that are holding good numbers. Check the 5-year highs on the stock, check the 52-week lows, check and keep an eye on stocks that have been doing well for the past 3 years while all these other stocks have not been doing so well. No one can predict the market. No one. You have to use common sense. And common sense is not watching YouTubers telling you that a stock is going to MOAS and you buying the nonsense. Get your money, people. And fuck these motherfuckers who are trying to steal from you.